Hey YouTube, thanks for tuning back in. Chase here. Today we've got part 2 of my new player's guide. And, alright, step 1 for after you've re-rolled properly and gotten a bit into the story. Real obvious one here. Keep going in the story. Okay. You're going to need to get further into the story and eventually finish it to unlock a lot of important things. Among those being better daily quests, better rank up, better equipment, better upgrade abilities, things. Now, until you finish the story and are able to grind the current event easily, because there is always an event up. So far there have only been hours without events. So there's always going to be an event to do. And until you need to start worrying about an EX fight where you're up to that, an EX fight is a very difficult timed event boss, rather. Don't worry about your abilities. Don't worry too much about equipment. Alchemizing equipment is more trouble than it's worth for quite a while, at least a few weeks when you're a new player. And it takes quite a bit of gold for the higher ranked weapons, so you have better things to do with your gold, especially if you're not buying the passport. Again, some people get upset with me, call me a whale. Oh, you should buy the passport and stuff. Obviously, you don't have to if you don't want to, but boy, when you almost half your daily gold by not doing that, you definitely don't want to be alchemizing weapons that you don't need to. So, now, you don't necessarily need to finish the story all in one go, because there will be events to do, okay? The events, they last around a month. Not exactly. Some more, some less. Yeah. But like I said, start in the normal mode. You can make your way through that in a reasonable CP, party CP. By the way, CP doesn't mean everything, but it is usually a pretty good estimator. You can beat things a few thousand CP less than they are at the higher levels. Some things you can be over the recommended CP and they can still knock you out. Sometimes you're going to have to take yourself off auto battle. But anywho, the reason why I prioritize doing the event along with the story is, first of all, you're going to hit walls in the story where your units are going to need to level up a bit more. You don't want to do any content just for the experience. Sometimes you will grind characters or materials or tomes. Tomes are the units that materials that you use to level up moves. You get experience while doing those things. Don't say, oh, I need to go do a story chapter, like from the last chapter, just to get experience. Don't do that. There's no need. So, yeah, if you need a bit more experience on your team, you think pushing them up a couple more levels will get you through the story, go do the event. More importantly, though, are the event-exclusive units. Right now, let's see. Actually, sorry, I have my my beginner account locked in here, but there are two very good A units, Armful and Umbra. They unlock in Chapter 4 and Chapter 5 of the story, respectively. Pretty easy to get through. And then clearing the story, some of them get higher. The recommended CP goes higher because you have normal, hard, very hard. I don't think you need to be very high at all to get through the very hard, the normal missions. And very hard is still not hard, but if you're a new player, it may take you a week or two of grinding. But even going through normal and hard mode, I believe that there are missions that will help you get more copies of the A units. Even if you can't get them all the way up to Awakening 5, you can still get a copy of them. And if you're going free to play or very budget, or you're trying to hold on to your gems for another event, which is a good idea, possibly, those event A units will be very helpful. Right now, there's also a B unit. If you are a brand new player and you're watching this like immediately after I post it, you have a couple more weeks of this Dragon Quest III event, get Wordle. He's an amazing tank. He has a relatively low drop rate, but he is best farmed on hard mode anyway, so it's really not too hard. And just try to get him up to Awakening 2 or 4. And I'll explain in the next video why that's important. But obviously, shock here, units get stronger when you awaken them. Okay, so here's another thing. we'll go to the swap shop. You've got a gold shop here. If you are doing the passport, or if you... Some of the new events are pretty generous with gold. If you have a lot of gold and a lot of units to awaken, I like buying the basic stones here instead of trying to farm them. It's more of a matter of preference. These are twice as expensive, and you'll need a lot of them, but they're actually... I find them easier to farm, so I wouldn't spend twice as much to get these. White orb, you shouldn't need to buy those. Maybe you'll have to buy one if you're stuck, but once you get to the higher rank up material quests, they come very easily. And you also get one a day through the daily. 3,000 gold once a week for an Illustrious Iris. This is a bad choice, but I've also done it once or twice. Illustrious Iris have a very low drop rate, so you may be forced to do it. But you can also get them through the event shop, which is much better. So here is, when you go to the limited tab, you'll see the DQ3 event shop. Now you get a few of these medals through the story, and every event is the same so far. The next one will be exactly the same almost. The shop will not change much other than the scout tickets that you can get and the weapons available. So let's be honest, we're probably all 12. We're not going to be able to resist getting the scout vouchers right away. Moving on from that, if you are brand new, you're just trying to make your way through, generally you don't want to spend your coins on these weapons, but if you are having... It's probably easier to make your way through the event story, but if you really want to, if you've got 200 coins, maybe go ahead and buy yourself one Doom Dagger or one Headsman's Axe, just to get some awesome unit equipments on your units to get through the content. This here, I will go over Awakening and ranking up in my next video, but Iridescent Orb, they're very rare. You get a couple from collecting mini medals, and you can get one per event for 3,000 coins. You definitely want to do that. Fragments are good too. Herbs, gold, very useful. Herbs will help you keep going if you are loving this game and you want to just keep playing. You can get those. Scroll. I have another video where I explain the shop. But there's one thing that isn't valued very highly in the shop that could help you a lot. Now, for my account right now, it doesn't really matter because I'm choosing not to use any S units. But if you chose to start... if you chose to use your S units and you're ranking up your Baramos and or Zoma, these are the higher tier awakening materials that you're going to need to awaken him, which you need to advance quite a bit further into story to unlock. Again, it's not very hard, but you do hit a point in the story where the rank up quests that you have available to you drop these at a relatively low rate, and you're going to need a handful of them to awaken your S units. So if you can go ahead and maybe use scrolls that you get from... Someplace there are scrolls in the store too, but if you can get scrolls to awaken one or two of your S ranks from the event shop, that's very worthwhile. That is, I'll call that a new player hack or something. It's pretty easy, but again, when I myself do guides on this shop, these have almost no priority to me at all. But if you're a new player and you can't farm these easily or at all, go ahead and get that, because I'll tell you, a level 90, level 80 or 90 Zoma is going to get you through the story fast. Okay. So, now things to farm after the story, or even while you're going through it, there are a couple of notable A's and B ranks in the story. Number one is, I can't show him to you on here, but there is, once you get up to chapter 12, stage 5, there is an event that drops, there's a chapter that drops Musafire. He's an A rank. You also get one copy through collecting mini medals. I would not worry about mini medals for a while until you're done with story, or at least when you hit a wall. Maybe that's another thing where you can go through and collect old treasure chests, or take down, go back and complete things that you missed before. Like this, this has a chest in it. It's not necessarily a gold mini medal, but a lot of these chests have a mini medal in it. So when you look through at old stages, I did not bother with anything. I put my team on auto. On auto, they will not open chests or pots. There are also pots in stages. So you can just go back and real quick, now that your team is a lot stronger, go ahead, open that chest, get whatever is in it, get a little more experience. But anyhow, back to 12.5. Musafire is an A rank. He has boom and crackle spells. He's a pretty good unit. Downside is he has a very low drop rate. It's expected to be about 3% right now. And again, I'll touch on Awakening more in the next video, but if you get, so when you get the first one, that's just, you copy he has 0 Awakening. You get 1 more Awakening for just 1 more unit. And then it takes 3 for 2 Awakening and so on and so on. If you want to, if you're not trying to rush through story as fast as possible, it's probably not a bad idea to stop and get Musafire to Awakening 1. But he's going to be a very useful unit. Even if you are a whale, even if you have all the S units, Musafire is very good. And then maybe I'll point out other story units later, but just note that there are very good characters that you can get through the story. There's also some that you'll need for Battle Road. Battle Road. Let's go over that. I forgot about that. I have a little list of things to go over here, and I forgot about Battle Road. It's pretty obvious. It takes 0 stamina. You need to finish the Magellan Road first. Yeah, even for the event one. The events also come with their own battle roads, usually 2 of them. So once you go through this, you'll unlock the other battle roads. It takes 0 stam, and you can only use these units. Now, if I did not have one of these units, I could click its picture up here, and it would tell me exactly where to go to farm it. It would give me all the stages it's available on. So, and you can go pick it from there. Unfortunately, I can't show you how it works with the other ones because I did not clear this, but Battle Road's pretty simple. I promise. You'll figure it out on your own. And you can use that to farm units for free. For example, I believe in, maybe it's Chapter 6, you unlock a green dragon in the story. Okay, that's another one. He's an automatic drop. He does not drop repeatedly. You will get 1 copy automatically going through the story at some point. He's an A rank. He's very good. Also, I love Dragon Warrior 1, so I was super excited to have Green Dragon in my family team. I put him in right away. But Green Dragon can be used in this Battle Road, and if you haven't put 2 and 2 together yet, you can level them for free. These stages do give experience for the units that participate in them, and pretty decent experience too. So when you start going through this Battle Road, now you will have to use some of your gold and materials to rank up these units, so don't let it slow you down too much. But let's say you want to use Green Dragon in your main party, and maybe you've hit a wall, or you just want to go through faster. You know, get a couple of rank ups on your Green Dragon and start farming the battle roads. Some people use auto tapper apps. I don't know. It's against the terms of service, so I couldn't tell you personally. But there are auto tapper apps that you can set up to farm Battle Road when you're not there. Wink, wink. Anywho, let's see. And then again, just back to the story mode. If you're wondering how to get more daily quests, I've mentioned this a few times by now. Rank up, equipment, upgrade ability quests. Actually, I think the upgrade ability quests you just need to... You only need to hit a certain point in the story, and then they all unlock, and then they unlock when you take down the next stage. But they get pretty difficult. You can see up here, the top one is 18,000. It took a few weeks for me on my account to, like, can we even beat these? Like, that's so high. You need a fully leveled team for that for the most part. But there are also strategy. Check out Perplatypus's channel. He has excellent free-to-play and or budget guides. Budget meaning that it takes... easily gotten gacha units, all B ranks usually, or A ranks that you can get from events. He has great videos on how to clear even the hell stages of these. Perplatypus, if you haven't heard of him. Great content creator. Anyway, so yeah, that's why you want to get through story. You unlock better dailies, which gets you more gold, more, there's a big once-a-day experience quests. And again, if you buy the passport, you get 2 gold and 2 experience quests every day. There's also, yeah, after you clear Chapter 6, Episode 9, you also get a daily quest to get some awakening materials, which are very useful, and again, I will go over that in the next video. Am I missing anything here? Yeah, as far as getting through the story, now, all the B ranks that I'm using right now that I have on my current account, they're all max awakened. So they're a little bit stronger than the ones I'm using here, but they may lack a little firepower. You may need some strategy to take on the very final chapters with an all B rank team, especially if you're not summoning more to get more. But anyway, you can, like I said, you can farm the event A units. You're probably using S and A ranks that you pull. So as long as you keep leveling them and keep ranking them up, you'll get through the story no problem. You will hit walls where you need to grind some more experience, or again, take it off auto battle and actually pay attention. Because once you get to the really hard content in this game, not necessarily the story, but the upgradability hells and whatnot, you need to start paying attention to elements, resistances and weaknesses, and we'll go into that later. But anyway, it's really not too hard to complete the story. Just, there will come a time where your C's and D's may hold you down, but again, it all depends on the story you're using. If you're struggling, go ahead and comment, or go onto the Reddit or the Discord. I can help you there or in the comments. But I think this video has gone on long enough. There will be a part 3 coming out tomorrow, and I will try to go over some of the more advanced things. But again, yeah, I'm sure this boiled down to do events, do story. So it really is that simple. And Battle Road in your spare time, just be careful not to use too much of your gold awakening Battle Road units when you hit a experience wall on your main team. You can only level them up to certain points with ranks. So, all right, good luck, guys. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Thanks.